welcome again sa ating Sir Ed's Math Tutorial. Okay, so sa video ito, pag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa basic calculus again. Pero this is Theorem on Differentiation. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo guys, meron tayo ditong 5 na theorems na kung saan ina-apply natin siya sa differentiation. Most probably, this is the shortcut. Okay, so mamaya isa-isahin natin anong formula ang napapabilang sa number 1, we have constant rule. Second one is the product rule. Third one is the power rule. We have also the sum and difference rule of differentiation. And the last one is the quotient rule. Okay, this time pag-usapan natin anong mga formula ang napapaloob sa bawat theorem na ito. Okay, so first theorem natin guys. Okay, so again, this is theorems on differentiation. Okay, so first theorem natin, we have the constant rule. So, since we are talking about the differentiation, magde-derive tayo ng certain equations to apply this theorem. So, let's say for example, guys, we have, since constant ito, so there are no other terms in the equation. So, if we have f of x is equal to 5, f of s is equal to negative 3, f of a is equal to 4. These are all constants, 5, negative 3, and 4. So, according to the constant rule, ang derivative of constant is always equal to 0. So, ibig sabihin guys, si dx of f of x, ibig sabihin this one is 0. This one, the derivative of s, we have f of s here is equal to 0 again. And this one is we have the derivative of a. We have the f of a is equal to 0 again. So automatic guys, sa constant rule, kapag meron tayong certain number or constant, ang derivation niya or derive niya is always equal to 0. The second one is we have the power rule. Sa power rule of differentiation, okay, meron tayong dalawang klase dito. The first one is the positive integral exponent, and then the second one is the negative integral exponent. So magkaibang formula siya guys. Pero this is the shortcut way. So instead of using the delta x, ito na lang po ang gagamitin natin. So the derivative, halimbawa, if we have f of x is equal to x raised to n, and we have f of x is equal to x raised to negative n. As you can see guys, this is an equation with positive exponent, and this has an exponent of negative. So this is positive integral exponent, and this is negative integral exponent. Now, the derivative of f of x here is obtained by formula of multiply lang natin siya dito. So, halimbawa, kung lalagyan natin siya ng variable dito or ng number na a, halimbawa, we have here, multiply lang natin yung n times a. So, we have now n times a, then the exponent will be, we have x raised to n minus 1. Or, kung wala man pong a, ito lang po ang gagawin natin. So, again, baka dito sa atin yung a now. Okay, so pag wala siyang a, automatic guys, i-multiply lang natin ito sa x. So we have n times x raised to n minus 1. So kung ano man ang numerical value dito, i-multiply natin yung exponent niya dito. So if this is 1, so n times 1 lang siya. So this is for the positive integral exponent. So we have the derivative of f of x is n times x raised to n minus 1. Kapag negative naman ang integral exponent natin or negative ang exponent, the derivative of f of x, still same lang siya, magkakaiba lang sa exponent. So, ang mangyayari guys, this becomes negative n, then x raised to negative n minus 1. Okay, example tayo guys. Okay, so example tayo guys na tinatawag na power rule. So, pagsabay na natin the positive and the negative exponent. Now, okay, so first one, we have f of x here is 2x raised to 7. So, we wish to find the derivative of this one, ang gagawin lang natin ay ganito po. So, applying the power rule, we have the dx or the derivative of f of x is equal to, since we have here 2x raised to 7, multiply lang natin yung 7 times 2, no? So, we have 7 times 2, then x raised to 7 minus 1. So, in here, we have now 14x raised to 6. So, automatic guys, this is the final answer for the derivative of 2x raised to 7. So, 14x raised to 6. For this one, since ang exponent niya ay negative, ganun din, wala namang problema po. We have dx of f of x is equal to, since 1 ang numerical value here, multiply lang natin, negative 8. So, 1 times negative 8, then x raised to negative 8 minus 1. So, still minus 1 pa rin tayo. So, bale, 1 times negative 8 is negative 8. Then, x raised to negative 8 minus 1 here will be negative 9. So, since the final answer is or must be in positive integral form, ang exponent, so isi-simplify lang natin siya. So, this becomes, ang exponent ay negative, ibababa lang natin siya. Then, bale, since this is negative 8, kopyahin lang natin, negative 8, then ibaba lang natin si x to make the exponent positive. So, the final answer will be negative 8x or over x raised to 9, or pwede rin po siya as negative 8 over x raised to 9. So, either of these two is or are correct. For number 3 naman, since we have an fraction form, ang gagawin lang natin, for us to apply the formula of nx raised to n minus 1, gagawin lang natin is, iaangat muna natin for the meantime si x raised to 9 para magkaroon tayo ng tawag dito, linear na ganitong klaseng equation. So we have, if this is 1, iaangat lang natin siya, this becomes x raised to negative 9. So, since may 1 pa siya dito, so 1x raised to negative 9. So, ganun pa rin ang mangyayari, guys. So, ganun pa rin. We have negative 9 times 1 is negative 9. Then, x, we have negative 9 minus 1. So, automatic, negative 9 minus 1 is negative 10. Kaya, negative 9x raised to negative 10. So, again, this is negative exponent. Ang gagawin natin is, gagawin natin siyang positive form. So, negative 9x raised to negative 10 is equal to negative 9 all over x raised to 10. So, the derivative of f of x is, the derivative of f of x equal to 1 over x raised to 9 is equal to negative 9x or over x raised to negative 10. So, this will be your final answer. Okay, for the third theorem, we have the sum and difference of differentiation na. But this time, guys, meron tayong certain formula for this one. So, to get the derivative of the sum of f of x or a certain equation, let's say for example, f of x and g of x, ang gagawin lang natin is, ito po. We have now first is to get the derivative of f of x lang, then i-add natin siya sa derivative of g of x. So, as simple as that. So, if meron tayong equation ng f of x, meron din tayong equation ng g of x, get first the derivative of those, then add na natin. Same lang din siya sa difference. So, minus dito, no? Kung meron din tayong f of x and g of x, the difference of the derivative is we have f of x or the derivative of f of x minus the derivative of g of x. Ganun lang po yan. Okay, example po. We have, let's say for example, find the derivative of f of x plus g of x, limbawa, of ang f of x halimbawa is 2x cubed, tawag dito, plus 7. Then, ang g of x naman, let's say for example, ay x squared plus x cubed. Okay, so halimbawa, ito yung mga equations nila, no? So, as simple as that, kunin lang natin yung derivative nito, kunin natin yung derivative nito, tapos combine like terms lang po tayo. But since addition nito, add lang natin sila. So, get the derivative, gamit po si nx raised to n minus 1. Ito pala yung gamitin natin because that is the shortcut. So, we have 3 times 2 is 6, then x, then subtract tayo ng exponent subtract tayo ng 1 sa exponent. So, since this is 3, minus 1 will be 2. So, since this is 7, constant, ang derivative ng constant will be 0. Okay? So, the derivative of f of x here is 6x squared. So, plus. Let us get the derivative of this one also. The g of x, so ang gagawin lang natin is ganoon pa din, multiply lang natin. 2 times 1 here is 2. Kaya 2, copy x, then 2 minus 1 will be 1 or just 2x. Then here, since this is 3 times 1 will be 3, then x, 3 minus 1 will be 2. Okay, so i-combine like terms lang natin sila pag meron pong magkaparehong term. Okay, so as you can see guys, ang magkaparehong term is the 6x squared and 3x squared. No? So 6x squared plus 3x squared is we have 9x squared, then plus 2x. So the derivative of the sum of 2x cubed plus 7 plus x squared plus 3 is equal to 9x squared plus 2x. So this will be your final answer. Okay, so fourth theorem guys ng differentiation, we have the product rule. In this case guys, there is also a formula to find the derivative of the certain equation. So let's say we have f of x and g of x. The derivative of f of x times the g of x is equal to, ito po ang magiging formula niya na. Get first the derivative of, f of x muna, then the derivative of g of x. So, kumbaga, kukunin natin ng f of x, then multiply natin siya sa derivative ng g of x. Then, i-add natin siya sa g of x multiplied by the derivative of f of x. So, ganun lang po ang gagawin natin. Okay, example. Okay, so let's say we have find the derivative of f of x is equal to halimbawa 2x squared plus 3x multiply to 7x squared plus x cubed. Okay, so let's say for example, ito po yung magiging problem natin. Ang gagawin lang natin is, okay, following this formula, medyo mahaba-haba lang ng konti ito. The derivative of f of x times g of x will be equal to. Una, since this is f of x, kunin muna natin ito. So let's label this as f of x muna. Then this is your g of x. So f of x here, lagyan natin ito. Baguhin na lang natin ito para hindi tayo malito. Okay, so let's say we have the derivative of x. So, since this is f of x and this is g of x, kunin lang natin ito. So, f of x ito, kunin, we have 2x squared plus 3x. Then, since multiply natin siya sa derivative ng g of x, i-derive na natin ito. So, since 7x squared plus x cubed, derive natin siya, that will be equal to 2 times 7 will be 14, then x, tapos 2 minus 1 will be 1. So, plus, x cubed will be 3 times 1 is 3, then x squared. So, medyo mahaba-haba lang ng konti ito. Tapos, plus, since g of x naman, kunin natin ang g of x, we have 7x squared plus x cubed, then the derivative of f of x. So, ito naman kunin natin yung derivative nito. So, we have 2x squared is 2 times 2, 4, x, then 2 minus 1 will be 1, kaya 4x na lang. And this one, since meron tayong exponent na 1 dito, 1 times 3 lang siya. So we have 3. Then x, 1 minus 1 is 0. So automatic guys, the derivative of 3x is just 3. So since nakuha na natin siya, before we add, multiply muna natin siya using the distributive property or FOIL method. Isa lang po. Medyo mahaba-haba ito. So 2x squared times 14x, we have now 28x raised to 3. Then 2x squared times 3x squared will be 2 times 3 is 6. Then x 2 plus 2 will be 4. Then 3x times 14. So we have now 3 times 14 is 4 times 3 is 12. 31. We have now 42. Let's check. Baka mali tayo. Okay, so 42x squared. So 14 times 3 yan. So plus, and plus, we have 3x times 3x squared will be 9x cubed. Okay, so ito na po siya. So, sabihin, the product of this one is ito na po. Then, sa kabila naman ganun din po. Okay, so 7 times 4 is we have 28x. Then 2 plus 1 will be cube. Then 7 times 3 is 21. X, copy, squared. Then plus, we have x cubed times 4x will be 4x, then raised to 4. Then x cubed times 3 will be 3x cubed. Then this time guys, combine similar terms na lang po tayo, no? Pag may mga magkakaparehong terms. So pwede natin i-multiply itong mga sign dito. But since these are all positive naman siya, so walang problema dito sa sign. So, 28x cubed. Hanap tayo ng merong mga x cubed din. So, this one is x cubed. This is also x cubed. And this is also x cubed. So, bale, pag-add lang natin. 28, guys, plus 9 is 37. 37. So, ito muna. 28 is 56, no? 56 plus 9 is, we have now 65. Then 65 plus 3 is 68. So we have now 68 x raised to 3. Now, so 4 naman, this one, x raised to 4 and x raised to 4. So 6 plus 4 will be 10 x raised to 4. Now, sa x squared naman po. So 42 ito, then 21. 42 plus 21 is, we have now 63. Then x squared. So since wala na pong iba, wala nang exponent na 1 nandyan, so ito na po yung magiging final answer natin. But then, kailangan muna natin siyang i-rearrange from highest exponent down to the lowest exponent. So we have now the derivative of f of x times g of x is equal to, copy natin ito, we have 10x raised to 4 plus 68x cubed, we have plus 63x squared. So, ito na po ang magiging final answer natin. Okay, another example tayo. Example for the product rule is ganito po. So, let's say for example, derivative of y naman yung kukunin natin. So, gagawin namin yung derivative of y since ang variables na nandito po is y din. So, again, let us use the same formula that we have a while ago. Ito po ang mangyayari na. So, since we have y, so we wish to find out the derivative of y, f of y, then times the g of y. So, let's say for example, this is your f of y, and this is your g of y. So, ang formula natin guys will be, again, bale, f of x muna or f of y, ito muna. Then, the derivative of g of y. Then, plus g of y. Then, multiplied by the derivative, hindi pala sa derivative of x. Derivative of y. So, derivative of y ng f of y. Okay? So, here, i-apply na natin yung mga equation natin. So, f of y is here. We have 7 minus 3y cubed. Then, the derivative of g of y. Ito pa ang g of y natin. So, kunin natin ang derivative nito. Since, so we follow the same formula, nx raised to n minus 1. Shortcut ito. So, 2 times 1 is 2. Ito po yun. Then, y. So, 2 minus 1 is 1. So, 1 na lang pang exponent dito. And this is constant, so automatic guys, 0 na ito. So automatic, yan na lang po ang magiging derivative ng g of y. Kung gusto naman po ninyong unahin mo naman po ang derivative, wala naman pong problema. Okay, so plus. So since this is g of y, lagay natin y squared plus 1. Then derivative of f of y. Kunin natin ang derivative nito. Since this is 7, automatic this is 0 as derivative. So ito naman ang kukunin natin ang derivative niya. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Then y. 3 minus 1 will be 2. So automatic guys, ang derivative ng f of y is ito. Ito naman ang derivative ng g of y. Okay? So, ganun pa din. Multiply natin. 7 times 2 is 14y. Negative 3 times positive 2 is negative 6y. Then, add natin yung exponent. That becomes 4. Then, plus y squared times negative 9y squared. So, we have now negative 9y raised to 4. So, 1 times negative 9 tayo, kaya naging negative 9 dito. So, 1 times negative 9 also is negative 9 raised to, or negative 9y raised to 2, or square. So, multiply na natin. So, automatic guys, add na natin, or combine natin yung like terms, yung mga magkaparehas na exponent. But before that, since meron tayong operation dito, and then meron tayong nakikita dito mga operation din sa loob, pwede natin i-multiply muna yung mga sign. Okay, so eliminate the parentheses guys. We have 14y minus 6y raised to 4. Positive times negative is negative. So negative 9y raised to 4. Positive times negative is negative also. 9y squared. Okay, so combine natin yung like terms. So this will be negative 6y and negative 9y. So they have the same exponent. So we have 14y, negative 6 minus 9. So same sign, add and copy the sign. We have 6 and 9 is now 15. So y raised to 4 and this is negative 9y squared. Okay? So this will be your final answer. Or if you wish to arrange it into from highest exponent going to the lowest exponent, this becomes negative 15y raised to 4 plus 14y and then minus, dapat ang mauna pala is the 9y squared. So, instead of 14y, ang ilalagay natin dito kapag highest going to the lowest exponent will be negative 15y raised to 4, negative 9y squared, and plus 14y. Kung gusto nyo tanggalin yung negative dito, multiply nyo lang siya by negative 1. Para maging positive yung first term natin. So, pwede rin po yan. Okay? So, this will be your final answer. The last theorem of the differentiation, guys. Not totally the last. Meron pa tayong napakaraming theorems ito, guys. But ito lang, ang kinuha lang natin are the most basic theorem na ina-apply talaga sa differentiation. So, there are also other theorems na ginagamit natin, especially meron dito trigonometric function, the cosine, and then the sine. Meron din po sa logarithm, so meron pa pong iba yun. Pero ito lang po yung pinaka-basic na. Okay, the last one for this video is the quotient rule. So, ang quotient rule guys is obtained by this formula. The derivative of f of x over g of x is equal to g of x times the derivative of f of x minus f of x times the derivative of g of x, then all over g of x squared. Okay? So, let's say for example, meron tayo. Find the derivative of, halimbawa, we have 2x all over x plus 3. Okay, so in this equation guys, let us assume that the f of x is the 2x and then x plus 3 is the g of x. So, i-apply lang natin itong formula na ito. Kung gusto nyong mas madali, kunin mo na agad yung derivative nito and also this one. So, the derivative of 2x is 2. The derivative of x plus 3 is 1. Because 1 times 2 is 2. Then 1 minus 1 is 0. So, x raised to 0 is 1. So, ito na lang ito. Ito naman, ito lang ang i-derive natin. So, 1 times 1 is 1, then 1 minus 1 is 0. So, x raised to 0 na siya, kaya magiging 1. The constant here, 3, will be derived as 0 because alam natin na ang constant or derivation ng constant is always equal to 0. So, ang derivative we have now the derivative of f of x. So, we have the derivative of f of x ito. Then, this one is the derivative of g of x. Okay? So, apply lang natin sa formula. So, una, let us find the g of x. So, halimbawa, ito yung g of x natin. Lagay natin, we have x plus 3. Then, times. So, derivative of f of x, kunin na lang natin ito. We have times 2. Then, minus. We have f of x is ito po. We have 2x. Then, multiplied by the derivative of g of x, that is only 1. Then, yung nasa baba po niya, since g of x po ito, square, kunin lang natin ng g of x, which is x plus 3, and square. So, simplify na lang natin siya. So, distribute lang natin. X times 2 is 2x. 3 times 2 is 6. Then, minus. We have 2x times 1 will be 2x. And that is all over x plus 3 square. Okay? Then, simplify natin. 2x minus 2x. Ito is 0. Automatic mawawala yan. So, may iwan na lang dyan ay 6 or positive 6. So, we have now 6 over x plus 3 square. Pwede natin itong i-expand, guys. Pwede nyo po yung expand gamit si FOIL method. So, if you wish to expound that, magiging yan ay 6 over x squared plus x times 3 is 3x times 2 magiging 6x. And this is 9. So, either of these two are correct po. So, you can have this one or you can have this one. Okay, for the last example, dito sa fifth theorem natin, guys, is we have the derivative of y, the derivative of 2y plus 1 all over 3y plus 4. So, let's say, for example, ito yung problem natin. So, let us label this as f of y or f of x, and this is our g of x. But since y ang ginamit natin, so ang gagamitin natin is y also. So, let's say, for example, kukunin natin ang derivative nito, and this is our f of x. Halimbawa, dito lang naman. And this is our g of x. So, ang derivative nito, guys, will be 2. Because 1 times 2 is 2. And constant is 1. So, automatic, guys, 0 ang constant niya. Or 0 ang magiging derivative ng constant niya. So, this one, the derivative of 3y plus 4 is just 3. Because ito lang naman ang i-derive natin. Okay? So, ito na ang mga derivation nila. So, ito lang pang ilalagay natin sa formula. Kaya, magiging yan po ay, ang g of x is here. So, we have 3y plus 4 multiplied by the derivative of f of x. Ito yon, kaya magiging 2. Then, minus, we have f of x is here. So, 2y plus 1. And the derivative of g of x is here. So, we have times 3. And that is all over. We have g of x, kaya magiging 3y plus 4. Okay? Simplify natin siya by means of distributive lang gagamitin natin. We have 2 times 3y is 6y plus 4 times 2 is we have 8. We have minus 2y times 3 is we have also 6y here. And 1 times 3 will be 3. But then, meron tayong tawag dito, guys, operation minus sign. Kaya gagawin natin, oops, I forgot. This is square. So 3y plus 4 and we have square. So this one, subtract lang natin siya, guys. Kung gusto nyo eliminate mo ng parenthesis, walang problema. Pag nag-eliminate kayo, this becomes 6y plus 8 minus 6y minus 3. And that is all over 3y plus 4 and square. So, combining like terms na lang tayo. And 6y and 6y, 0. 8 minus 3 is 5. So, this is automatically magiging 5 na lang all over this one is 3y plus 4 squared. So if you wish to expand this binomial, pwede naman po. So kagaya nung kanina. So but then, the final answer for the derivative of 2y plus 1 over 3y plus 4 is 5 over 3y plus 4 squared. Okay guys, so hanggang dyan lang po ang video natin. I hope meron po kayong natutunan kahit konti. Okay, if you wish to ask some question, feel free to comment in the comment section po. Pakitype na lang po kung ano yung mga gusto niyong tanong. Okay, so see you again on the next tutorial guys. This is Sir Ed. Ciao.